There are three goals for the Ford Blue Advantage program. Number one is to improve the brand image of not just Ford, but also the Ford dealership network. Number two is to increase pre-owned sales, increase our market share, and increase our profitability. And third, our goal with the Ford Blue Advantage program is to increase customer retention. We'll accomplish these goals in three ways. Number one, our first goal is to offer a higher quality vehicle to our customers with the gold and blue certified products. They have higher standards of what they'll see on our competitive lots, and we need to sell those benefits. Number two, we're offering the customer, as part of these two products' sale price, comprehensive warranties which are backed by Ford and Ford Protect. They're backed by them because these vehicles meet their standards and they're a higher quality. Number three, a focused digital marketplace with the Ford Blue Advantage digital website and working with four powerful affiliates like KBB, Cars.com, Auto Trader, and Car Gurus. This will help increase our presence on the website and draw more leads to you and your dealership. But what about customer retention? That's the focus of this video. My name is Ed Stefanko. I'm the regional Ford Blue Advantage used vehicle consultant, and I'm here to try to help you sell more cars and make more money. That's what I live to do. When it comes to customer retention, we all know that if we sell a customer their first vehicle, there's a higher probability that they'll buy their next vehicle from us. And if they service with us, that number goes up even higher. So today, we're going to talk about introduction to service. I visited a lot of dealerships over the years, and the one thing that drives me crazy when I don't see the salespeople introducing their customers to the service drive as part of the sales process. So let's talk about what your goals for the introduction to service should be. Now, as I was selling vehicles, one of the things that I did is I included the introduction to service with all my customers. And the primary reason, I was selfish, quite honestly. I wanted them on my service drive because I would rather have them on my drive than going across the street to a competitor where they might meet another salesperson who's better than I am, and they'll sell them their next vehicle. But the other reason I always wanted to introduce them to service was I wanted to demonstrate to the customer that I wasn't here just to sell them a vehicle. I was here to take care of them long term, and my dealership was there to take care of them, not with just the purchase, but servicing their vehicle and taking care of them long term. And what better way to demonstrate that by introducing them to another person at the dealership, someone who's very knowledgeable about how to take care of their vehicle and protect their long-term investment. I always wanted them to feel comfortable for the very first time they pulled up on the service drive. They knew where to go. Sometimes it can be pretty intimidating. So getting to show them at least one time where they're going to pull up and who's going to greet them, introduce them to a face, that goes a long way to make that experience good on the front end. Now let's also talk about the type of customer we might be introduced to. Suppose it's somebody who's never owned a Ford vehicle before. This is a great opportunity to have an experienced service advisor and talk to them, find out what they've driven before, and maybe point out some of the service and maintenance requirements that they'll see that are different. In addition to that, they can ask them questions which they might be able to provide additional value to them in showing how they can help them long. It's also an opportunity for them to sell the service department and why we are their best choice to take care of their Ford vehicle or a gold or Ford certified vehicle. Now, as you probably are well aware, if a customer buys a gold certified vehicle from us, they get enough Ford Pass appointments to schedule and pay for complimentary 2 services. And if they buy a blue vehicle, they get enough Ford points for 1. So can you think of any reason why you want to schedule a first service appointment with them that's not going to cost them anything? I don't understand it. So maybe that's one thing you should think about. And again, sometimes people will say, well, I don't know how many miles I'm going to drive. Through your interview process, when you're interviewing for the sale, you probably ask the question, how much do you drive? How many miles do you typically drive? Just divide by 12, figure out how many months that's going to be before they need the first service, and just tell the customer, I fully understand, Mr. Smith, sometimes it is hard to identify how many miles that you're going to drive per month. Why don't we just put a date out there, and what our business development department will call you and just ask you when you want to schedule the appointment. Would that work for you? It's a good reminder. And you might say, well, my customers bought a number of Ford vehicles from me, and service is here. They don't need to meet service. Well, let's think about it this way. Wouldn't you think it'd be great to introduce them to their service advisor who can compliment them on their purchase and reinforce that they made the right decision? And again, tell them about any differences in the vehicle and maintenance schedule on this new Ford versus the old one. Don't you think there would be value in that? And let's talk about those. Another reason people say, hey, why do I want to bring them here? They're buying a blue certified Honda Civic from me. We're not going to take care of it. Well, let me tell you a story of something that happened recently in the Dallas market. Won't use any names to protect the innocent, but one of the large volume Ford Blue Advantage dealers sold a Chevrolet Camaro as a blue certified vehicle to a customer who lives out of the market. Well, guess what happened? The customer, a few weeks afterwards heard a noise, took it to the local Chevy store, and believe it or not, that Chevy advisor didn't know how to call Ford Protect to ask about the warranty. And they came back and told the customer, I don't see any warranty on this vehicle. What do you think that did to the customer who felt good because you sold them all the value of blue certified this vehicle, the higher quality plus the comprehensive warranty, and he gets told by a dumb Chevy advisor that there's no warranty included? What do you think that did to the customer's confidence that they made the right decision? But that doesn't happen just with blue. Let's talk about another situation at another dealership I heard about who sold a Ford Gold certified vehicle. They sold it to a customer who lived in the market not that far away, and the customer heard a noise and decided to take it to another Ford store. Well, guess what happened? They met a service advisor who immediately tried to knock their head off and telling them that they needed to do a 90,000 mile service, that their brakes were running low, we should probably check and consider replacing them. And can keep in mind, in that case, tires and brakes had 50% wear when they were sold, so they're not going to need tires and brakes for a while. But this service advisor tried to take advantage of the situation, do their job, and sell them everything we could. Now, what happened under that situation? What do you think that did to that customer? Talk about a deflation. We sell them on the value of a gold certified vehicle and the great condition it is, and this service advisor at another store is trying to knock their head off and really just dampen their smart business decision. Don't you think it might be a little bit better situation if we brought them on our service drive? And again, that could happen on our service drive. We need to make sure that the service advisors check the service history, where the vehicle was purchased from, and check to see if it was sold as a certified vehicle, so they don't get overzealous about putting money in their pocket by selling services that the customer may be able to wait till their next service to get taken care of. Think about it. They're better on our service drive than elsewhere. The key for you building up your personal brand as a consultant, it should be you building a repeat and referral factory that put you in a situation where you don't have to work as long and as hard. So think about it. Introduction to service, key part of your sales process. Again, I'm Ed Stefanko. I'm the regional Ford Blue Advantage used vehicle consultant. I work for you. All my goal in life is to help you sell more cars and make more money. And to me, it starts at the bottom with you, the consultants. If you sell more vehicles, make more money, the general manager is going to be happy, the principal is going to be happy, and Ford's going to be happy. Again, feel free to call me whenever you have a question, if I can help reinforce something. My cell phone number is 817-896-3183. That's 817-896-3183. Do me a favor. Sell a lot of vehicles. Make a lot of money. And don't forget to introduce your customer to the service advisor as part of your sales process.